Okay. Okay. Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hope my PlayStation was on. Can you guys? I wonder. I can't hear anything. My PlayStation got turned off. All right. What's going on, guys? Got on Trader's channel. Yeah, no, PlayStation was on. Can you guys? I wonder. I can't hear anything. My PlayStation. There we go. Sorry about the echoing. Yo, what the fuck? It's June. It's almost October, dude. I know, dude. We got like 4 more months till October, dude. We got July, August, September, October. We got 4 months, guys. 4 months. Let's go, Natalia. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. What's going to drop right? I'm so mad the Cavs lost yesterday, dude. I told you they're not gonna win the series unless they come back 3-0 again. Then I don't know, dude. I don't know. That means that they can't lose any of the other games. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be another year. I don't know. But let's go ahead. Let's hop over here. Stay on the chat real quick. What's going on, Godly? Here, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab. No. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pop out the chat. Put it right here. And we're gonna stay over here. I've been sitting in this hot car for like an hour, dude. I'm so sorry to hear that. Curry all day. I mean, it's all right. Nah, they ain't coming back 3-0 exactly. So I say winning game 4, but then losing game 5. I don't know. They might. But you guys, we got the Treyarch live stream starting here pretty soon. Let me make sure you guys hear this. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear that. If it's too loud or if it's perfectly fine. That is the zombies music right there. That is zombies music right there. So hopefully we get to see some zombies here. Turn the air on. This is zombies music right here. Alright. But let me know. Could you guys hear that? I'm pretty sure you guys should have been able to. Gamey, I see you, dude. What's going on? Alright. For sure. But we'll go ahead. We'll get that going for you guys. I want to try and see if I can get my Black Ops working. I don't know if we're going to want to play a game for 8 minutes. But let's go on Flex Vision. What's going on, dude? Appreciate stopping by. Let me make sure my face cam's on, right? Okay. Let me put this over here. Let me see scene 3 real quick. Scene 3. Let's make a display capture real quick. Display capture. Add existing. Alright, so there we go. So if I want to be able to check it out, actually, I'm just going to keep you guys right in front of me. Wait, zombies? That's what I heard. Listen to this. I don't know about this. Actually, I might. But some of this music sounds like zombies. What's going on, Brady? Welcome to stream, dude. How you doing, dude? Well, this isn't zombies. Wait, is it? No, definitely not. But you guys, this is gonna be a lit year for zombies. Whoever subscribed, I really appreciate it. It's Voyage of Despair. It was the music, not this music. This is I'm pretty sure this is just the multiplayer music. But I'm hoping, since they're doing the multiplayer live stream right now, like another one, I'm hoping that they're going to show a little bit of zombies or maybe even some Blackout, because that'd be pretty sweet. But I'm so hyped right now. Hopefully you guys are hyped too. I'm going to go ahead and check Twitter real quick. Let me go and open up a new tab so I can keep this one open for you guys, and I can just stay over here. Okay. I'll put you guys over here. I'm going to keep a tab open so I know what's going on. I want to stay on the live stream. Like, this is zombies music right here. Right here is zombies music. Countdown has started. Here we go, dudes. Bro, remember, I hope lobby music is lit as fuck. It always been in Black Ops. Dude, I hope it's sweet too. to be honest. I'm really hoping it's good. Da, da, da. If you time to drop a like on stream, go ahead. So we can get 5 likes on stream. 6 minutes, guys. We got 6 minutes until it starts. We got the countdown going on. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all these browsers real quick, because we don't need these on this stream. No, I need that one. I'll keep that one up. But dudes, this is sweet. Like, this is Zombies music. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my stream real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and promote it on Twitter real quick. I got these. Alright, I'm back. Let me go ahead and copy this real quick. Hashtag black. Oh, what's the title of the stream called? I'll check it out in a second. Let me get this Black Ops 4. Let's get the reveal out of there and just keep that as Black Ops 4. There we go. So, bro, are you done with school? Yeah, I've been done with school for about a week now. So it's been pretty late. Yeah, I graduated on Sunday, I want to say it is. So, but here we go, guys. We got 4 minutes. It's Black Ops 4 multiplayer live stream, but they're playing Zombies music. Do you guys hear this? Graduation on Sunday. No, last Sunday. Last Sunday. I had graduation on last Sunday. What's going on, Eve? Is this on the Call of Duty channel? Not on the Call of Duty. If you go on Treyarch's channel, it should be there. But if you just want to stay in, I'm gonna be covering it too. So when it comes on, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to this screen so you guys can get a good view of it, stuff like that. So if you guys want, it'll be right there. Why is Treyarch streaming LMAO? I don't know, dude. My friend says BO4 Zombies will be the only thing people play. Dude, no. Blackout, you got Blackout. The multiplayer, you got some new some remastered maps coming out. Dude, this year's gonna be lit. Like, I personally think it's gonna be fun. That's weird. Usually it's on a weekday. Yeah. How do I spell the channel name? It's literally look right. I don't know. Can you see my cursor? I don't think you can see my cursor, but above where it says, above right over there, it says Treyarch on the top with their logo. Team-based style, yeah, I like it. I'm excited. But why are they playing Zombies music? You guys hear this? What do you think about DLC 6 multiplayer maps remastered map pack for BO3? That might come. I don't know. I know that they said that they're not done with everything in that, but I feel like they should just hold off for Black Ops 4, you know what I mean? Just hold off just a little bit for Black Ops 4. Hey guys, we got 2 minutes 30 seconds until the reveal. We got make sure everything on Twitter is going A-okay. The hell? This is one of my live streams. Yeah, that's my live stream. Why did you just not tweet out? Alright, here we go, dudes. Thank you, bro. Got a new sub. I will check video out later. Alright, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. You guys, we're 6 subscribers away from our sub goal of the 2.6K, which is completely insane. But after this live stream, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna play some Black Ops 1, and then we'll just talk about what we've seen from this live stream. And then later tonight, we'll go ahead and go up with a live stream for you guys, probably Revelations or one of the Chronicles maps or something like that. So we'll be getting those soon. We streamed Origins last night, the 4-player Easter egg. We got that done last night with Greg and Luna. So if you guys missed that out, that's gonna be on my channel too. And you know, we got 1 minute left. Here we go. 110. So here we go. Let's see what they have in store for us. And when this happens, do you guys want me to mute my mic or do you guys want me to commentate over it? Drop one if you guys want me to give you my thoughts, or you guys just want to be able to watch it, because I know some people are gonna be like, oh my god. I love Sledgehammer. This man rumor almost 2.6. You already know, dude. You already know. Commentate? Alright, I will. I'm not gonna do much. Let's go on flex. I'm not gonna do much commentating, but I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. Yeah, I won't. I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna be like, oh my god, like, you know. Alright, guys, we got about 10 seconds left, so I'll just give you my thoughts, like, when there's certain things come up, you know what I mean? Is this the beta? We don't know yet. We don't know yet, Lance. Figure it out. Alright, here we go. The Treyarch, the new Treyarch intro. Yes. I like that. I like that. That's sweet. This is awesome. No. This is the new Treyarch intro. They released this a while ago. I think it's sweet. I think it's awesome. And it's got the zombies too. That's sweet. Let's go. Alright. It's really quiet.
I'm John Raffis, and this is the very first live stream for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The first of many streams from this, our new live stream studio. So let's get right to it.
Sweet.
On May 17th, we revealed Black Ops 4 to the world. Next week, we've got E3, where we will have 4 playable multiplayer maps.
Yeah, it's Marvel inspired.
We thought today would be a great opportunity to kind of talk about where we were at reveal, speak to a few community questions that came out of reveal.
Dude, look at the box in the background. That's sweet.
Look ahead to what's in store for next week, and to do just that, I brought with me 2 guys who need no introduction, but will get one anyway: Dan Bunting and David Vonderhaar. Gentlemen, welcome.
That's
Thank
sweet.
you, Raph.
I had that PlayStation 4.
All right, let's jump right into it. Next week, multiplayer maps on the show floor. Let's start broad, sort of recap a little bit about reveal. Dan, why don't you tell us about what people can expect from Black Ops multiplayer when they get their hands on it?
Well, first of all, Black Ops 4 is a game that's been built.
Make sure everything's okay. Like volume-wise. Let me know, guys.
It's a game that really reinforces your social connections.
So I can turn it up.
Gameplay experiences. I think that's what our fans and our community has come to know and love about Treyarch and the games that we make. Whether you're playing competitive multiplayer or cooperative zombies, it is a deeply engaging and continually rewarding experience. So with competitive MP, I think we talked a lot about it. Vaughn, you're welcome to jump in at any time, but we're
going to make him jump in, man. Don't worry. He's jumping in real soon.
Yeah, so we talked about the game, that we are bringing specialists back in a kind of different way, in a new twist. We talked about it being a game that is deeply rewarding, with a big focus on overhauling our weapon systems, making those systems feel like
this new live stream room is sweet.
Satisfying to players. They have a good deep learning curve that players can master.
But it's also got a more grounded, more tactical feel to it.
That's right. We want to introduce that tactical layer so that players feel like they can compete together, that there's a whole new layer of depth to the game that they can play and just continue to master over a long period of time.
Yeah, it is, Drop. You're right.
It's good, by the way.
It is a Pick 10.
I didn't even take a breath.
My job is done. I don't have to talk anymore. I just go home.
No, I'm kicking it back over to you to talk about game design decisions. So if you could talk about some of the design principles.
Pick 10 best, yeah. I like Pick 10.
Black Ops 4.
I'm happy about that.
I mean, always we start with what we call game pillars, and they are sort of foundational things that guide a lot of the decision making for where the game is. So they're, I use them in my job as kind of a report card for the work that we're doing as a team. So one of the big ones that's important to me for the pillars was rewarding in all things. I think that's a really simple way of saying everything that you do when you play the game. Like if you press a button, it has the haptic feedback, it has to give you audio, right? It has to animate. Like these are all really simple things in isolation, but together they create that kind of experience where subtly, you know, doing something as simple as reloading your gun has a lot more to it than just everything that you know about reloading your gun, maybe historically, right? And that includes effects.
What's going on, Snowy? We're going to stream, dude.
Lighting. I mean, this across the
We're just listening to this real quick.
Really
this is
the
multiplayer live stream.
The other one that we talked about a lot was fun to watch, right? And there's a lot of ways to think about fun to watch. It's not just, hey, this supports streaming features, right? That's a thing, that it's streamer friendly, but also the game design itself, right? So when Dan talks about the specialist in particular, there's an example of, as a spectator, while you're watching the game, you understand a little bit more about what's happening there because you're watching a particular player play a particular specialist, and that particular specialist has things that, and does things that within the game loop that no other player can do. So that makes it sort of easier to understand when you're watching, and a way to associate how well you do playing that person than with
what
the
do I
person
want
who's
to see in
actually
this
streaming.
game?
So there's like two.
Obviously,
and then the
more
third one,
development with zombies. I want to see like what they're gonna do with the new story and stuff. And I want to see how Blackout's
create a
gonna
class and score streaks and selecting your weapon and configuring your weapon and I mean all the things that make Call of Duty are still here. In a big way.
And our third pillar is we wanted to have a deeply rewarding road to mastery where we want players to feel like
I like the fact that they're doing a self-healing.
That they take from the beginning
It gives everyone
the
like
game all the way to, you know,
it doesn't give anyone an advantage.
They might earn through the game. It feels like they are constantly learning new things, and that there's never a nuance that they haven't picked up on over time.
So basically, with the self-healing is like it's not gonna be like, well, I shot first. Well, no, if he's got more health than you, then obviously you didn't shoot first or something. I'll talk about it more later.
Say like the weapon design where every weapon and
like that you can shoot while clicking a grenade. I didn't know you could do that. No, stop, Steam. Stop. No, stop. I don't want to play Black Ops.
It's not just mastery of I unlocked all the attachments for this weapon, but I unlocked all the attachments for all of these weapons, and that path to that mastery is actually not exactly the same, right? So in a way, we took a lot of the stuff that we were really good at in the systems, like putting nice things in nice clean boxes that are easy to understand, and we sort of opened them up and cracked them open a little bit. So, and this is a small example of road to mastery there. It's also specialist and how they combine together, right? So on day one, you might not even realize that if you have a character with a healing capacity of any sort, and then you combine that with someone like Firebreak, what that does. So you'll see this sort of interweave.
And Call of Duty's trying to make their game better and introduce different things. You never know. You might like it when it comes out.
And then also finds its way into more nuanced elements like
so much file likes on stream, by the way.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of a kind of an overhauling a system that we've lived with in our games and the franchise for many, many, many years. That we wanted to kind of challenge what assumptions this game is built on, and then fulfill that pillar that we have.
Hey, what's going on, MSI?
A game that's deeply rewarding,
or
and a
MSY.
game that has a long road to mastery. So. Predictive recoil is an example of just
another
layer of changing core mechanics to give players something that they can learn over time, that they can understand, that gives them that predictability that they can master over time.
And at the same time, when you take predictive recoil and you combine it with the progression, the way that the guns progress, and you mix it with sort of how they all interplay and the long range, and then you get the combat loop that you can sort of, for us, is really important to take a crack at what does the combat loop look like. Where does it modify? What stages does it modify? That's how you end up with something like the need to self-heal, to start initiate your own heal. So it's interesting because when you talk about features, it's like the simple way to talk about features is to say we have a feature that is that you have to initiate your own heal, right? And in isolation, that seems like maybe that would be okay, right? But it's the totality of the experience of the features and how they all interweave together, and that's a very tough story to tell when you're on stage for 10 minutes for the public reveal. But something that I'm personally excited about being able to come into the studio that you built, the house that John built, that's quite gorgeous, and we can maybe dig a lot deeper for folks who are curious about those things.
No time limits, David. No time limits.
There is some time limits. There is the fact where we have to finish the game, but sure. I like that. So if you want to kind of get into the weeds a little bit with us, this is the place to be, I think.
Yeah, that's the beauty of doing a live stream like this, is that we do have
BO4,
a very tight time window to be
sweet.
up on stage and explain everything about the game in a compact 5 to 10 minute session. But we come here, we get to say, why do we make these decisions? What's the motivation behind it?
They might.
How do they all interconnect together? Yeah. Right. So you get maybe the better journey, or the more detailed version of that journey.
If
and how they
people don't like it, they could just take it out. What's going on, Red?
Let's take that idea and apply that to something that you raised, which was the regenerative health. So coming out of Reveal, there were a couple questions around health regen. We put up a Reddit post that tried to outline some answers. There were still a couple follow-up questions that came out of that post.
Perfect. This is exactly in my wheelhouse.
So first, I mean, let's just start broadly from like a design perspective. Like, what is the player benefit?
My bed, guys, relax.
What's the player benefit for having to trigger health regeneration?
So there's so many ways to answer this question. I'd like to try my version, and then you can maybe take your perspective on this. So from my perspective, you have a fan base that extends Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. And all of those players, some love 1, 2, 3, some love all 3, some love various combinations, right? And in some universe, you would want Black Ops 4 to be a game that all of those players can
I don't know.
If you loved 1, maybe we can get you to love 4, but not necessarily isolate a guy who loved 3. So throughout the Black Ops history, there was various degrees of lethality, right? So the first game was maybe a lot less lethal, or the time to kill was longer than 3. So you get to kind of balance that out by saying, hey, tactical players, they have a decision-making point within the combat experience that they have to initiate, right? So if the other guy's not thinking about health the way a tactical player might think about health, that tactical player has a chance to compete against a high-skilled guy. A guy with great guns.
Yeah, we finished the Easter egg last night.
It's really about tactical decision making within the combat loop, which changes the pace of that loop, so it puts pauses in it, and really puts the player in control of that combat loop, as opposed to the game says you will now heal. Right? Now we say you will heal. You will decide when to heal. So if you're a game designer, being able to kind of take the things out, the game needs to do things, it needs to work, it needs to maintain the rules, but ultimately giving player agency over things is always been kind of a step from Black Ops to 2 to 3. We've been continuing to find ways throughout the history of our development with Black Ops, right? Same thing with Create a Class, right? Same thing with many features. How do you just let the player have control over what that experience is when you can and when it makes sense? That was a long-winded answer, I think.
It was beautiful. It was poetic, David.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another thing to add to that is that it introduces a point of tension in the game, in the combat loop. And that point of tension is something that I think just adds depth. And if you go back to our pillars,
so this live stream
every
is just
decision that we make on the development team is guided by those pillars. So if we say we want this game to be deeply rewarding, so give me a road to mastery where I can learn, I can master a mechanic, and make it feel good and satisfying at every moment of that journey. Then we look at every decision that we make and every kind of system and feature that exists in the game, and something like heal is something that it removes that decision point. It doesn't let you kind of stop, pause, rethink, reposition yourself in a combat engagement. So the effect of having self-healing as a mechanic that's manual is that the combat, you see people staying in combat longer because they'll take damage, they'll pull back behind cover, they'll stay behind cover a little bit.
Part of the experience.
That's the funnest part of the experience. I mean, staying in those really high intensity battles is really the most satisfying part of our game, and so we want players to be in that experience more often.
Well, there was also kind of a follow-up question to all this. So it's like on one hand, there was like, explain to me sort of how this all works, what's the benefit. But there's sort of the follow-up about stim and the use of the stim shot.
Did Milo fall asleep?
How exactly does that factor into health?
So in early development, when we start to bust out numbers, or you play the game at Reveal or any everyone should clearly understand that when you're at this stage of development, none of the specific tuning is completely locked in, right? So no one worry.
Yeah, we're pre-alpha.
Right. So, however, here's what stim does. It does two major things. When you heal, there is a time period before you can heal again, right? So if I go out, take damage, heal, go back out, take damage again, now I have to wait. I can't heal immediately.
Yeah.
So stim will shorten the time that it takes for you to be able to do that. It also speeds up how long it takes. So after you stim, right, then how long it will take to get back to full health, right? So I've heard it all before. How is it going to be not a crutch gear piece, right? So the answer is tuning, the answer is data, the answer is player feedback, right? In this job you hear,
I'm just on Twitter right now.
In the abstract, it seems like, well, you're going to have STEM. Well, you're also going to have to make super tough choices between STEM and other 4 things in the gear slot. So I'm not worried. You don't have to be worried. This is what we do with you all, right? Exactly how we handle it.
And the gear category is a new introduction of content in the creative class this time around, where we wanted to take some of those kind of modifiers that you have to your gameplay experience and take them up a little bit in the power band, so that you get something that increases the granularity of your combat customization, somewhere between perks and score streaks. That's what gear does, and you get to choose 1 out of 5 pieces of content in that category. So STEM is 1, and I do want to just kind of echo what David was saying. It's pre-alpha. We do a lot of tuning between now and game launch. We incorporate feedback from every time we put the game in players' hands, and it doesn't stop there. Beyond launch, we are constantly tuning the game. I mean, you saw that with Black Ops 3. We're still making changes to the game, even recently. So
some that you love and some that you don't.
But all for the good of the community and the gameplay experience. And in this case, we've already tuned Stim Shot based on the experience that people had at the reveal event. So we were watching.
Now it's faster, right?
Over by the white
We're collecting data.
It's
funny because there was a lot of, it was a hot topic in the community. People were talking about Stim Shot. They were talking about armor a lot. Those are the 2 kind of big ones.
Look right here.
The data that we were collecting on the back end from all of the performance
Black
metrics
Ops,
showed that armor wasn't
we don't
even
know
that
what it
effective
says in the
at helping
back.
people stay alive longer or get more kills or anything like that.
Just look at that for a little bit.
Armor was actually one of the weaker pieces of content in that category.
Because I just saw that on Twitter. Someone said that it could be.
So was the motion sensor. Motion sensor was also very powerful. So both of those have been tuned since then.
We do need to nerf the motion sensor.
You guys totally got out in front of my next question, which is like, I mean, at reveal, starting with reveal, I mean, the game has been in people's hands more and sooner than we've ever had before. Like, what have you taken away from that?
And then someone also said that this could, I don't think we've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That could be like, maybe that's that would be sweet. Imagine getting that for like a pre-order bonus.
It sounds like that process has already begun.
That would be sweet.
Wow, jeez. So,
look,
the
Black
way
Ops,
that we measure, the way that we track performance,
but we don't know what it says.
And what to do with those
There's an E right there.
Stuff that we spent a lot of time on trying to.
I don't even know what that says.
Really? And then on 3, we had real tools, and then on 4, the tool development about how to measure that. So, it's hard, but you have to, for me personally, try to take the emotion out of the decision making that you make there, because people have very visceral reactions, right? So, to be at a reveal event, which is a semi-private event for the most part, and be able to gather and collect data about the game being played at reveal, that is like light years ahead of even where we were on 3 in so many ways. So normally you don't get that kind of data. Maybe you get it at alpha. Some get a little bit of beta, and then you don't get the most of it until the game's out when
you need it from reveal event, body armor,
so it's nice to be able to have that kind of stuff up front.
And motion sensor. Gear has been tuned.
We've done a whole tuning pass. All the weapons have been touched. All the pieces of gear content have been touched. Score streaks have been tuned. It was a good first run to get this in people's hands. To start kind of testing the data that we're collecting with our own internal playtest data, and kind of judge also that Vaughn mentioned the emotional component, try to take the emotion out of it, but it is a data point as well. You've got your metrics, which you're saying, how is this thing actually performing against the ways that we measure performance. But then you have sentiment, and you have perception, and you have emotion. There is a part of that you have to take into consideration.
This is just they're just talking multiplayer. This is just a casual stream.
They have a voice, and it comes through loud and clear.
Didn't say they were revealing anything.
I got you. I got you. I loud and clear. I got you.
Well, that's probably a pretty good point to start sort of turning our attention toward E3 and looking ahead to next week. To kind of kick off that discussion, Dan, you've got some news that you want to share with us today.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Are we talking about the E3 maps first? So, yeah, one of the things that we are talking about at E3 is we are bringing back 4 fan favorite maps for Black Ops 4.
4 fan favorites, Dan. Tell us what they are.
I actually have them queued up here. The first one that we're talking about is Jungle. It's a map that we made in Black Ops 1. It has not been revisited since Black Ops 1, but it's one of our favorite maps from development. And we just feel like it didn't get enough love, and so we've remastered the Jungle.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that why you did that?
Yeah. It's an awesome map, and it was, and we not only completely
Guys.
You will like it.
completely rebuilt the map.
And this is a map that will be available when?
this will be a map that's available at launch.
Okay.
It comes with the game.
Comes with the game.
Part of the game experience, and it's each of these maps that I'm going to talk about, we've rebuilt from the base level, from the ground up. It's all new visuals, all
Jungle's
new
back. Let's go. 4 maps.
Some changes to adapt to the mechanics of the game as they've evolved from Black Ops 1 to now Black Ops 4.
Dude,
that's the first one.
Okay.
They're spoiling us this year. They are, for sure.
You want to talk about it?
I just want to talk
Slums?
about how awesome it is and the nature, like the competitive nature of that kind of map, the walled garden in the middle. Right? These are all experiences that are fun to come back to. It's actually really a good thing to sort of remind ourselves what we learned then, right? Because when you go from 1 to 3 and things that had happened between those games, how fast 2 was, and
are we behind?
3, and then come back around again, right, on 4 to look at Slums as as a pure great.
I gotta refresh. Give me a second. Come on.
Like, design
There we
test case. It's like, oh, this is why these maps were good. These were why these maps are popular. And when you get to 4 and you come back to the ground, right? You got to it's kind of.
Dude, we're gonna see these in the beta.
It's actually important to remind ourselves.
Hopefully
that
we see them in the beta.
4 is more in line with 1 because you're not thrust jumping and you're not wall running, right? So it's like a really good way. So Slums for me was like, holy cow, this is the one that I loved, right?
Oh, the radiation
That's
needs to be
good, 'cause,
remastered. Dude, that'd be sweet.
I loved Slums.
Well,
And so did the community.
Woods was happy.
Yeah.
He's nodding in agreement that day.
Yeah, but that was one of our audience favorites from Black Ops 2, and they.
I love that map.
community
That
staff
map
that
was
one to come
so
back
good.
many times, and
Slums is getting
it's a
remastered,
pleasure
yes.
for us to bring it back. Next up, we have Summit, which was
Slums is
another,
shit.
classic
No,
from
Slums
Black
was
Ops 1.
amazing. I love that map.
We joke because it was one of the first maps that we actually built for Black Ops 1 multiplayer.
Can we tell you the truth about this? The very first map you make for any game, new game, it's actually the last map you finish. Because it's like you're trying to get your mind around things, and the level
So
of
remastered
self-criticism
again?
about the first map that you make, and then somehow
so.
the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever.
What they just
those
said?
maps are so much easier to get done. And Summit, was a very popular map, and it's a map we liked. But it's also like the one map you were playing forever. Right?
Well, perfection takes time. But yes, Summit was Summit was one of our favorite maps.
Yeah, after a while. Right.
Some of us have to work on it.
I get to do the 4th map.
Okay.
Firing range.
What?
Firing range.
Is that a question or a statement?
That's a statement.
Nice.
Firing range is
Exclamation.
I like
Firing
Summit.
range is
Summit
the-
was good.
Is the 4th map that'll be available immediately with Black Ops 4. Another kind of really good sort of anchoring map, right? I mean, Nuketown's a very popular map in our history for different reasons, but Firing Range is like a classic sort of engagement.
So they're not
sort
bringing
of,
back Nuketown,
The
what?
first time we got really comfortable with the idea of parallel laning, which is the concept of there's a structure and you can move through the structure in the same direction that you can also move through on the outside of that. What the fans, what the kids say, wall banging, you could wall bang in that map very well. So that's using bullet penetration feature to sort of shoot through a wall to hurt somebody on the other side of that wall. So there's a lot of really good lessons there. So I like these 4 maps because if you can use them as a history lesson and a coaching.
No, they said
teaching
4.
tool,
They said 4
for,
maps.
the newer developers and map level designers.
Slums wasn't
over the
bad. It
years.
was a league map, but it was
there are
one-sided.
good
One-sided in the
case
middle.
studies
You
in so
had
many
touch
ways.
first.
As a,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Obviously, I'm talking very from a design.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Things.
Oh, wait, Dan. There's more.
There's more?
Wait, whoa.
You were born for this.
No.
Well, you did mention Nuketown.
No, I didn't.
You did mention Nuketown.
I did not.
We are bringing Nuketown back for our fans. And
Nuketown.
That's a map that has been it's a map that we've reimagined every game, and we've done something completely different every game. But with this one, we're kind of going back to the Cold War roots a little bit. And it is
Cold War.
but it's got a different twist. So
Okay.
if you look at the
Yes.
very original Black Ops 1, it was really built into that
Yes.
that sort of American ideal of
Nuketown's
of
back.
Cold War era.
Let's
suburban
go.
Families, and we have recaptured that theme of the heart of
Cold War
but we
Nuketown.
put a different twist that we think is a lot of fun. We can't wait to talk more about it. And it is a
Let's
map that
go.
we're bringing to our fans shortly after launch. But
I'm
everybody
excited.
who plays Black Ops 4 will get it.
That map was
Shortly
designed
after
by
launch.
Adam Hoggett, level designer for MP, who recently celebrated literally his 10-year anniversary at Treyarch. Congratulations, Adam. Also,
You tweeted
I
about
have
it.
to
He
talk to you
tweeted about it.
One more time. I'm just gonna fall over. Right, so I ran into him in the parking lot yesterday, and I'm like, thanks, bud. Still talking about Nuketown. Got to talk about it tomorrow. So
he goes, thanks, bud.
I'm going to have to ask you to dial it back there a little bit, David.
Yeah. I think it's fun for us to joke about, and you know, it's fun for us to do different
We're gonna
things
get
to it.
like shortly after
some of which
release.
Dan's alluding at,
Apparently
and
it's
there's
not
more to
finished
that
or something.
still. So it is the perfect map for us to manipulate to serve our will, right? So that's why I still love Nuketown, and we know that the fans love Nuketown.
Very cool. Want to keep the map discussion going. Want to turn our attention to the 4 maps that will be available on the show floor. First, want to give a little shout out to Zombies. As you may recall, Jason and Craig showed up at Reveal to share information about the Zombies offering for Black Ops 4. Biggest Zombies offering ever, with 3 experiences on disc, 9 Voyage of Despair, and a sweet coming-of-age tale, Blood of the Dead. Anyway, Jason and possibly some friends will be on hand Wednesday, June 13th at 1:45 at the Novo at LA Live to speak with the one and only Jeff Keighley about zombies, past, present, and some future.
Future.
Make sure to tune in next Wednesday. Keep an eye out on our social channels. We'll let you know when to tune in for that. Jason and Craig could not be here with us today. I have a sneaking suspicion that immediately following the stream there will be a little message from Jason up on our blog post that will shed a little more light into where they're at and what they're up to. In the meantime, back to multiplayer. Guys, sorry, I think I was like reincarnated from Ron Burgundy at some point. All right, 4 maps, show floor. We got a lot to talk about here. We got some map fly-throughs, a brand new map that people haven't seen yet, which we will get to. Let's first start with Contraband.
Contraband, yes. So Contraband was one of the maps that everyone saw at Reveal.
Yep.
It is based on a tropical island off of the coast of Colombia, where an international arms smuggling ring
might be
is based.
seeing some zombies.
So it's a really exciting map. It's a lot of fun. Has a very kind of jungly type of vibe, very ocean vibe.
This isn't spring break material.
This is not a spring break party. There might be pirates here.
Oh, God.
There are no pirates.
No pirates. So, just kidding. No pirates. But it is, you know, Contraband was a really fun map to make. We really enjoyed capturing that kind of old world vibe mixed with, you know, this new world kind of contraband under the radar sort of smuggling ring camped out here. So it's got a lot of underwater combat. Has really tight choke points on the bridge. The bridge is a central hot spot, especially in domination, trying to capture the B point. And that's kind of what this map is all about.
Yeah.
It also looks really good.
So pretty. And then next up, I believe this is the new one, Frequency.
Sure, we'll do the new one right away. All right, let's talk about Frequency.
Get into it.
Frequency is it's a very small, chaotic map. Actually, in development, we were calling it frenetic because it's one of those maps that,
dude, that looks sweet.
You get a lot of fast-paced action. It's got a
that
really
looks like a cool
flow to
multi.
it.
That looks sweet. I'm not
Constantly
gonna
moving
lie.
players
That
around,
map looks sweet.
And colliding them into really great, intense head-on battles.
That
But
looks like a
Frequency
sweet map.
is it's based in Hunan province. It is a very large, complex listening station that our specialists have gone into assault, and it has that a little bit of that kind of danger element to it. Where if you remember, even
this kind of reminds me of
maps that we did where we added the risk of falling to your death, so you have to be careful in certain areas. This is another one of those maps that you have to be a little bit more careful when you move around the outside lateral paths. But the inside is a super tight choke point hotspot.
Dude, that looks
large,
awesome.
You say large, so the complex
Takeoff from
BO2.
That's what. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Takeoff.
Takeoff.
Tight. Yeah,
frenetic.
One of our smaller ones.
Yeah, it's intensely chaotic in the center.
Need to talk to our production team. I hope I'm getting
that is one of the
right.
maps that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
That will feature the
looks
mode
sweet.
Control on it. Can you tell us a little bit about Control and how the mode works?
Yes, Control. So Control is a new game mode that we've introduced in this game. We've designed it with the goal from the beginning of really bringing out the best of the tactical games that we have in this game, and kind of enhancing the roles that the specialists play in combat, where you can really, you know, your team is going to work together whether they mean to or not. And that was one of our goals in this game, is that we wanted to introduce more teamwork without forcing it on players.
Yeah, we'll probably see it again.
Kind of just play the game, enjoy it. We've talked about, we had this kind of philosophy of what's in it for me. like I want to help my team, but I want to make sure that I'm doing awesome myself. So every single mechanic that we designed is really designed to cater to our Call of Duty style of player, while also introducing teamwork, whether active or passive. And this mode is really built to bring that out.
With a shared, pool of lives, right? So there's an example of how you can, what's in it for me? Well, I shouldn't die, but then by not dying, I also, right, can help my team win. So those are how you get players shared goals, right, without forcing the shared goals, because it's bad for you to do that. It's bad for your team to do that, right, towards the end. So the way that this mode resolves can be quite intense. There's nothing like throwing yourselves on an objective at the same time you're trying to not die, right? So these are good examples of how you sort of can bring the teamwork out. We really talk about it in terms of bring the tactical play out of the game, and you will help yourself by helping a teammate. That's the what's in it for me kind of thing. But that might also show you that Dan is maybe not a team player.
Throwing yourself on an objective without dying.
Yeah.
Sounds like game development.
That's what I do. Wins.
It's intense. It's a great mode.
Wins before KD.
Fans love it.
Wins before KD.
All right, Seaside. That is another map that we will have on the show.
Seaside is a coastal kind of old world town in the coastline of Spain that's been built. It was the site of a demonstration that kind of went awry. Government forces had to come in, so you see lots of big tanks have come in and barreled through walls. This is one of the first maps that we built on this game.
We are still playing it forever, just like every game we make.
But it's a lot of fun. I mean, this map has a big kind of open courtyard in the middle with sniper overwatch positions.
These maps look pretty good.
Explain to me how the tank got in there, because I'm still trying to figure that out.
You'll never know. It just busted through the wall and kept going. Yeah, so that central courtyard is a site of some very intense battles. It has great sniper positions.
So much detail.
While at the same time having a lot of
for all
tight,
unique,
chunky kind of flows around the outside. So if you want to take, for example, take the path of the
I like
cellar,
I like how
a windy path, lots of cover, lots of sort
detailed
of
these maps are. They did a
positions
really good
that,
job with them.
are fun to just fight close to range combat.
Very detailed.
I do appreciate that the pastries and wine were left untouched. So that's
priorities.
Priorities are straight.
Treyarch has a history of running tanks through that particular structure. Those types of structures.
Last but not least, payload.
Payload is an ICBM facility, a missile defense station that's built deep into the mountains of Iceland.
Nice.
That looks.
Yeah,
that looks sweet, dude. I'm excited for this beta, guys. I'm really excited for this beta.
Kind of like these large missile silos built into the mountain. You're going to play in and around one, so that's kind of the hook of this map. You're playing through one of these missile silos, around one of the big missiles that's taken apart. You can actually fight in and through it. So it has some really kind of tight head-to-head spaces. The way that the lanes connect up in this map are very different from how we traditionally do, and that leads to some new kind of strategic opportunities for how you might attack the center. That center spot, again, is a very intense hot spot.
I might be playing some multiplayer this year.
Really
this looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
For example, some hardpoint objectives on that are really hard to hold down. And so, we want to do these kind of twists on game modes to give players new experiences in how they capture and hold an objective.
So the map's at beta because Nuketown isn't going to be in the game until release. Yeah.
In early development, I'll play these.
So we're not going to be able to play Nuketown at beta, but I'm pretty sure all these maps in jungle and all that are going to be remastered. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see jungle. They're going to show the new maps.
That's awesome.
They already showed one of the new maps, but they're showing remastered. That looks sweet. I like how they have all the silos. All the silos through like.
All right.
You've been busy with those guys, huh?
Yeah, they've put in a lot of hard work, and they've turned out great.
All right, we've got a couple announcements to close things out. Before we get there,
time to go?
Any closing
Is it
thoughts,
time
guys?
to go?
Any last things to hear? Anything?
Well, we can't wait to bring the game to E3. It's going to be on the show floor. Multiplayer is playable for our fans in a couple of places.
Yep.
So hopefully that can shorten some lines, and we'll have more on that very shortly.
Absolutely, but if you're looking for what's playable at the Activision booth, you'll see us. It's in the South Hall, number 1001. You'll get to play these 4 maps: Contraband, Frequency, Seaside, Payload.
Only 4 maps.
And
4 maps
it's also worth noting that we will have a number of PC stations set up and ready to go with multiplayer at your disposal. It's probably also worth mentioning that immediately after E3, there will be a couple of us at the DreamHack event in Sweden. So keep an eye out for Jonathan Moses and our brand new community manager on the PC front, a guy named Rob Smith, will be wandering around the show. And let's see here, what else we got? Following E3, following DreamHack, Black Ops 4 will also be playable at the CWL Anaheim Open on the following weekend from June 15th through the 17th. On the CWL front, immediately following the stream, you might want to check out the COD Twitch channel for all of the, or for the schedule for all of the new CWL matches. And last but not least, wanted to throw out a few thank yous for today.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is it.
Stream from a new
What's
stage
going on,
without
WH?
a small army of people making it happen.
H-E-Y-R-C-E-H.
A couple people, Tommy Lira, Robert Sanchez, Lee Staples, little Scott Eckert action thrown in there. Josh Negrin, thank you very much for all of the help on the production front. Josh Torres, Rob Smith behind the scenes, Stephanie Glover, Jay Per, your art services team, and everyone at Activision for helping to bring all the assets to life. Fox Designs, Kim, Grace, Rocco, the Treyarch's live ops and production teams, and last but not least, Rose Villasenor. None of us would be sitting here if it weren't for her getting so much stuff done and making it happen. Thank you very much. And to everyone that tuned in today, thank you. Looking forward to see you at E3.
So we haven't seen, I'm not going to see those new maps yet.
Have a good one, everybody.
Is that it? Any ending credits, cutscenes, anything? Anything? No. Okay. All right. So that was the Treyarch live stream. Let's go on Explore More. Welcome to the stream. That was the Treyarch live stream for you guys. Frequency looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna copy that real quick. But yeah, that looks like an awesome map. Looks amazing. So that's gonna be it for the Treyarch live stream, I guess. I don't know what else you guys wanna. Whatever you guys want. I'm gonna go and go through Twitter. I know. What is this? This the Treyarch blog from Jason Blundell. A few. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on here. This is from. Okay. So let me go and go over here so I can restore the chat. Okay, so this is from Jason Blundell, guys. Refresh. Okay. A few weeks ago, Craig and I had the privilege of taking the stage to reveal Black Ops 4 Zombies to the world. Frankly, the response has been overwhelming, proving yet again that our Zombies fans are the most passionate community we could ever wish for. With itsXrumer, Voyage of Despair, and Blood of the Dead all on disc maps, the whole team at Treyarch is proud to be giving you more day one Zombies content in history. Sorry that whoa. On this, the whole team at Treyarch is proud to be giving you it's proud to be giving you more day one Zombies content than any game in our history. Sorry that Craig and I couldn't join you for the live stream, but we missed it for a good reason. We're currently on the road working on a very special project that will reveal a little further down the line. While Craig has to remain in Blightly for a little while longer, I'm happy to say that I will be in LA to appear at E3 on a special Zombies panel. Be sure to keep your eye on Treyarch's social channels for tune-in detail. Guys, boys, hold up. Leaked map list is fake. Okay. I'm just going through Twitter, guys. Give me a second. Thank you for tuning in, and as promised, here is a brief zombies update from Jason Lundell. Okay, we already read that. Just gonna tweet that out. So, if you guys want to read that, it's up on my Twitter. When he writes you letters. There's play a PC, very special project. Working on a very special project. This is big, guys. This is really big. Alright, well, I could either keep streaming or we could end it here and then restart a stream later tonight. What do you guys think?
It was weird. Zombies. But yeah, this...
What do you guys think? Keep streaming? We're not going to see any. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see anything else. See more custom zombie slash videos during the summer. I played. Okay. But Nuketown is coming back. So that's it. I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I'll be back later today with another live stream. I'm going to go to the gym, do some stuff. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out.